Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. Alright, now, let's really get into it. Today is Friday. Friday sews. So, what have I sewn this week? Well, I did finish my overalls with the little duck. Well, all finished. Now, I didn't have all of the same fabric, so on the front I do have it kind of collar blocked a little bit. Let me show you a closer up view. I have this and this, so it kind of is collar blocked a little, kind of swatched it out. Alright, so I finished this, and this was McCall's 2792. Okay, so what else have I sewn this week? Well, I did sew a little bit, not a whole lot. I did finish these. I do need to do a little bit of adjustments. Like, I need to adjust the button here so that it will bring this in just a little bit, but that's easy enough. So I think last week, was it last week? I don't know. I did pick up patterns. Yeah, not that I need any more patterns, but I think I gotten this one in the combination package. It had like 6 different patterns. No, I don't remember how many patterns it had. It had quite a few patterns in the bag, but this was one of the patterns. So I guess it was it Friday last week? Yeah, it was. So I might have already shown this. Anywho, but I have Simplicity 9019, and it says Mrs. and a Child pattern. And it has pockets because she has her hand in her pocket. And with the view of the pattern, you can't tell with the view that there's pockets. Now on the description, yeah, it says loungewear, but it doesn't really have a good description either, so it doesn't really tell you that there's pockets. Yeah, it tells you the fabric, the notions. It doesn't give you a description. It just says loungewear. It shows the picture, but it doesn't show that it has pockets. So the only way you could really tell that there was pockets is that the little girl has her hand in her pockets. Alright. That's enough of that. So I decided that I wanted to make my 7-year-old a new pair of lounge pants or pajamas. Basically, when she gets home from school, she changes out of her school clothes and she puts like comfy pants on, like pajama pants, lounge pants, you know, just comfy pants. And so I decided I was going to make her a pair. So I know a couple weeks ago I had shown a fabric haul that I got that I picked up. I'm pretty sure I showed it, because I'd gone to the store, I looked at it, I didn't get it, and then the week later I went again. Week later, maybe a week and a half later, I went again and they still had that same bag sitting there, and I'm like, oh, this just has to go home with me. And so I went back and I got it. So I had this little fabric here. It's a Dora the Explorer. And I have a little bit of scraps here. So I'm thinking of like stitching those together and making a little like pillow, like comfy pillow thing for my daughter. And that would be fun. So what I made I made her a pair of pants. Now the top was fabric that was in the same bag with this fabric. So the fabric was in the same bag together, and I didn't have quite enough of this. I would have had to cut it in like 4 different pieces, and it calls to cut it in 2 different pieces. And so instead of doing that, I just placed it on a fold and cut it out that way, so it was one continuous piece, and it only has the seam in the very back. So I made that. So it's got the little pockets, and I didn't even really look at the instructions while I was making it, because I'm like, oh, no big deal, I know how to do this. And so they are a little bit long. With her, I did roll them up a little bit. So, you see the different lengths? Yeah, they were a little bit long on her, and so that she wasn't having to like hike her pants up as she's walking, I did roll them up for her, because they are a little bit long, because she's a little shorty. But then it does have the waistband, which is out of a different fabric, and she likes it. I got the pockets and everything. So that's what else I made. And I didn't make anything else. I finished my pants. I worked on this. I have been combating a cold all week. Yeah, it's the craziest thing. But I'm doing okay. And then I did go to the thrift store on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. And I decided that I needed to get another piece of fabric. Not that I really needed to per se, but I did. So I saw this piece of fabric. Now this is denim, and sometimes it's hard to pass up a good piece of denim. It has a little tiny bit of give. So it's not really a stretch denim, but it does have some give. So using that for something would be fine. It was like $5, and there was like 2 yards here of denim. Yeah, about 2 yards of denim for $5. And it's, it is quite wide. I think it's like, let's see, let me just measure. So it's like a 57-inch wide denim. So that's not too bad. But yeah, I saw that and I'm like, yeah, I just can't leave that behind. And what else did I get? I got 2 other items, which I'm trying to remember what I got, but I already put them away. Because I set them aside and hid them. Oh well. I don't remember what else I got. I know I got something. Alright. So, and I still haven't finished this yet. I think sometimes when we're working on a project and we're trying to record it, it takes all the joy out of it, and so it takes longer to do. And so if I wasn't trying to record making the jacket, the 8843 Simplicity, and Yeah, it's still in the same state I left it in a week ago. Yeah, still in the same state. I still have the sides sewn, like, pinned together. I have been contemplating, though, this week of, before stitching it together all the way, adding that side seam pocket in this, so that as you go, it's got that side seam pocket. I am contemplating that. I'm thinking that might be a good idea to go. So that might also be why I haven't finished it. But, you know, I could easily finish it and show the finished project. But I had started recording the sewing of it together, and I fully intend to complete that sewing, you know, and it just kind of slows you down sometimes. Alright, well, oh, I know what I got. I got a bag that had some extra stuff in it. Hold on. Okay, so as I was mentioning, in like one of the bags that I got, it had some different stuff in it. The other stuff I've already put away, but it had this little, like, they're like little beads, and then it had some like soft hem tape, like seam binding, basically seam binding, and it had a couple of those, like 4 of them actually, and then it had some extra wide like green bias binding, or bias tape, and then it also had a brand new spool of black thread. Yeah. So that's one of the things I got. And I don't, oh, do I remember what else I got? Because I got like 3 items. The other one, I keep thinking, but it couldn't have been a pattern, because I didn't pick up any patterns that day. I can't remember what I got. Oh well. But yeah, so, oh, and then also in that, with the thread and the binding, there was some metal rings. Yeah. So why not? So, trying to think. I did go to Hobby Lobby this week, and I got some stuff. So I went to Hobby Lobby. Not that I can find what I pick up. Because I put it all away and I hide everything. But I go to Hobby Lobby. Because I was right there. So I happened to go in there. And I was looking at different stuff. But then I decided that I was going to pick up some screw-on grommets. So they had them on clearance for $1.12 per package. You know, and they had their like Sewology notions on sale, but I realized that I didn't need any of those. And I looked at some other stuff, and then I was like, no, I don't need any of those. And I was like, well, do I really need those screw-on grommets? I'm like, you know what? There are certain projects that I make at times that I think, oh man, I really wish I had one of the screw-on, like the little rivets, like, not the rivets, but the grommets, you know, ones that you don't have to press together those pieces so that you have a nicer finish. And I always wanted to get some, and so I saw them, and I figured, you know what? They're here. They're on sale. I'm going to pick them up. And I'm just rambling. All right. I said, what have you guys been up to sewing? You know? What have you been up to? I find at times I spend less time in my sewing room, mainly because when I drop my kids off at school, I like to go out and work. You know? So I don't spend as much time in here. Now, I have spent more time in here this week just because I haven't gone out after I pick them up. I've only gone out while they're at school. Yeah. Oh, and it's kind of funny. Okay. So, I did pick up some pieces of corduroy the other day. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why I'm picking up corduroy. It's not that I really need any. But I did pick some up. And then I was thinking, because I was finishing these, and then I was thinking about like the different pieces that go with it. And I have some smaller pieces of corduroy that they're, you know, you could use it for a small project. And then I was like, you know what? Because I did collar block this just a little bit. And I was like, I know. I want to like make a collar blocked corduroy overalls. So I washed all the corduroy that I'm going to use. And I'm going to cut out like each piece with a different piece of corduroy. Yeah, go figure. So I was like, I hope this works out. It's going to be like kind of weird, and I'm just going to kind of have different colored pieces of corduroy in different spots. So, you know, I've contemplated it, and like I washed all the fabric the other day, and my husband's like, you know, this looks kind of like upholstery. Like it came off a chair or a couch. I'm like, yeah, I know it does kind of look that way, but no, this is corduroy that I'm going to use for clothing, and I'm going to make me something out of it. He's like, you wear corduroy? I'm like, well, duh, of course I do. Although I do not have a corduroy overalls. Yeah. So it's time that I make a pair, right? Alright, well, I think I have blabbed on long enough. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Stay creative. Talk to you next time. Bye. Hello, I am Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. So what have I gotten done this week? Well, first, today is Friday, May 13th, 2022. So Friday the 13th. How awesome is that? So, let's get into it. So first, I'm going to show you what I sewed the other day. So this beautiful, beautiful pair of Dora pajamas slash lounge pants. Isn't that cute? So I sold this for my daughter. And the top band is a little bit different. Yeah, I'm just not falling for that. I'm just going to use my original footage. Alright.